more like it. Disney is projection mapping people's faces now. Someone needs to tell that Brazilian tour group to get off the castle stage.
Wow.
Free dining is back at Walt Disney World, and I'm not even talking about the Pecos Bills topping bar because it never left. Donald Trump reportedly will not speak in the Hall of Presidents of the Magic Kingdom. That's all right, because those kids behind me won't shut up. You've read WDW News Today. Now you'll experience WDW News Tonight.
Live from Orlando, Florida, WDWNT.com, the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, presents WDW News Tonight. Now, here are your hosts, Tom Corliss and Nicholas Cicero.
Yay, fake applause, and Michelle's back. Hooray!
Yay, Michelle is back.
Why is it so zoomed in when he takes it full screen? It's super weird.
What?
The video was like super close.
Super
That's your camera.
Yeah.
On my, it doesn't look that way.
You can position that.
Like, I'm like far away. It's weird.
Keep it PG. Anyway.
It is super zoomed in. That's weird.
What is this, Attractions Magazine? Get that camera up. Sorry, man. Anyway.
Nice. Do you want me to help you adjust your camera?
Welcome to Nick, not on the air. Welcome to radio's only show about Disney parks. WDW News Tonight. I'm Tom Corliss. You're not. Nicholas Cicero there. Michelle Wargo. Lovely.
Hi.
Jason Diffendahl in the control booth.
Hey.
Michael's trying to get a dice with tree to work. More on that.
With tree.
More on that later. No one has any idea what I'm talking about.
It's sustainable.
All right.
Can the dice be blue?
No. Oh, the chat closed. I gotta watch the chat. Don't close. Anyway, now the news.
Yeah, news.
Now the news, brought to you by TeePublic. The Hall of Presidents at Walt Disney World had closed for refurbishment over 3 months ago, with little to no announcement from Disney as to what changes were going to be made. The 2016 presidential election was a controversial one. Probably the biggest controversy to rock America since it was announced that Guardians of the Galaxy was going into the Tower of Terror.
Huge.
It's big. It's a big deal. Not quite as big as that, but almost.
Still huge.
Huge. However, the real controversy now is if the President of the United States will continue to be offered a speaking role in the attraction. Of course, starting in the early 1990s, the President was not only added to the attraction, but given a speaking role in it, beginning with Bill Clinton. George W. Bush and Barack Obama followed, providing speaking roles and also bringing about considerable rewrites and changes to the attraction. But certainly sex scandals and made-up weapons of mass destruction aren't controversial enough to remove the speaking role from the Hall of Presidents, right? Think about it for a second. While it has been confirmed that Donald Trump will be added to the attraction in audio animatronics form, it's still unknown if he will speak, despite that we are now 2 months away from opening. Rumors indicate that Disney may never even release a statement when the attraction opens to avoid backlash in either direction. But according to sources, Donald Trump will simply stand in the background with the other presidents while the finale happens. Mm-hmm. Speaking roles in the attraction will likely be kept to George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, because it's easy to get them to do voiceover work these days. They're not doing anything else. And the cast member who spieled in the beginning that you couldn't understand.
Horrible audio system there.
Disney Hall President. It is not expected at this time that Morgan Freeman will return as narrator, as he was busy doing 400 concurrent movie roles.
That will be interesting. The Morgan Freeman part.
Yeah. Well, of course, all this is unconfirmed. That's the buzz around Magic Kingdom managers and cast members, at least right now. But Morgan Freeman probably not coming back, and Donald Trump probably not speaking. But that's take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't come from one of our more credible sources, but it's being talked about quite a bit. And I think the real story is that Disney just isn't talking about it. Disney has remained completely silent. And at this point in 2009, we had seen Barack filming. They showed footage of him doing the voiceover.
By now, we saw that, right?
They showed the image of the figure by now.
They had the cool pictures behind the scenes. And
so
they made a big deal of it.
It's weird that this. Well, I mean, it's not weird. It makes sense, and apparently, if it wasn't clear in the story, that was decided before either candidate had won. So they decided both candidates didn't matter. They were going to go this direction.
Really?
Either way. Yeah. I mean, they're both controversial. I mean, it was a controversial election on both sides. So Disney decided they didn't want to take a chance either way.
So why would they remove Morgan Freeman though? Because
Morgan Freeman just didn't want to do it again.
He wouldn't have to
pay
do.
him more royalties.
Morgan
But all he'd have
Freeman
to do is
was
come in
a
there and say-
byproduct of Barack Obama.
But all he would have to do is come in there and say the words Donald J. Trump, right?
Unless they're rewriting portions of the show again, which is possible.
Yeah, well,
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
And this is not a political stance. The show's theme before was the president is one of us. They start out as one of us.
right.
No offense to Donald Trump.
Not one of
The
us.
man owns a ton of real estate and buildings and all these things and has been on television. He's not one of us. He's a celebrity.
Mhm.
So that story really doesn't work anymore for the attraction.
And
So-
updating the
I mean,
story
you could
every
skip
8
over that
years.
like Reagan. I mean, Reagan wasn't
Yeah.
a normal guy either.
But updating the story after 8 years isn't a bad thing either. So
No,
that's
I do
yeah.
like that version though. I think it was a good version of the attraction.
And I like
I got
hearing Morgan
Regardless
Freeman
of
every time I
feelings
went in
on the
there.
president, it was a wonderful version of that attraction.
Regardless, this day is going to be interesting. The day
It's
they
going to be
reopen.
controversial no matter what happens.
I mean-
it's going to be a scene, man.
That is going to be crowded, and
Oh yeah.
it's going to be.
I mean,
nuts.
2009 there was a fair amount of buzz that weekend about the opening.
I mean, do you think they have?
obviously after that it died out and the ride went back to its normal occupancy.
Do you think they'll have like extra cast members, maybe in security, standing in there?
have
And
no idea.
yeah,
Let's wait and see. We still got a little time.
Oof.
We'll talk about it when we get closer. The annual Walt Disney World Resort free dining package offer will return in 2017, but not as it existed in 2016. Special package has been quite popular since it was introduced several years ago, but continues to become less and less of a value compared to many other special room-only rates guests can find at Walt Disney World Resort hotels. What? Walt Disney World continues to make something less of a value? Say what?
What's happening?
In 2017, guests booking a moderate resort stay will now only be receiving the quick service dining rather than the full dining plan, which includes table service meals. The table service plan will
So
only
rude.
be quote unquote free to those booking a deluxe resort because you can't expect a Grand Flow guest to eat a hamburger. You're not going to do it. It's not the best monologue tonight. Just want to put that out there.
Do value resort people not get?
No,
this?
they get
just don't get food
quick
at all?
serve.
Okay.
They get quick serve
They
also.
get peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
They get hurricane boxes.
So value always just got the hurricane boxes.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
What's a hurricane box?
Good stuff.
I'll tell you later.
It's like a prepackaged meal during the hurricanes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's overpriced and comes in styrofoam.
Delicious.
As you know by now, speaking of delicious, as you know by now, Pandora, the world of Avatar, will feature some out-of-this-world unique dining options to satisfy your hunger cravings. With those options will be specialty desserts. Jason, can we get these up? These are on the site. Get these up. With those options will be some specialty desserts available at both the Satuli Canteen and Pangu Pangu Refreshments. At Satuli Canteen, you'll find the delicious Navi Blueberry Cheesecake, which, according to Disney pastry chef who's behind this unique dessert, the inspiration came from the movie itself. Quote, "We watched Avatar, noted that the Navi are in stellar shape, very lean, with this isn't even the
This
joke,
is amazing.
with beautiful skin and bright yellow eyes. So the Navi colors were the inspiration for the blueberry cheesecake with passion fruit curd." This is the most racist dessert I've ever seen. It's based on skin color. Disney is saying their dessert is based on the skin color and look of a species of humanoid.
I feel weird dancing about this, but I guess this is the Avatar joke of the week.
It's the slightly offensive Avatar joke of the week.
You're only getting a small dance from me this week.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to even
I
know
don't
what.
even know if I'm on camera.
No, you're not. No one's putting you on camera.
I'm just keeping dancing until you put me on camera.
All right, finish, because that's not going to clear YouTube. There you go.
By the
Don't
way, I
worry,
just
I
watched
got
the
it.
movie this weekend.
Like for the first time ever?
Well, I watched part of it before and shut it off and didn't care for it. Then I watched it this weekend. Almost done. It's a long movie. It's like 3 hours.
What James Cameron movie isn't?
I'm through about 2 hours, maybe a little bit more. Still very much not liking it. I mean, it's just a bad movie.
not
Like
good.
there's interesting things happening
It's
in
pretty
it,
to look at.
I guess. But it's just like
Yeah.
there's nothing. Like it's just it's made just to showcase. Like I think it's like this land. It's made just to showcase.
I mean, it was the beginning of 3D, and it was amazing for the time, and that's why people went to see it.
Crap.
Yeah.
Did you ever see it, Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like in
Fern
theaters? Did you ever see it in theaters, like full 3D and all its glory?
Not in 3D.
No,
there's no reason.
You don't see 3D, do you? You one of those
Not
people?
before.
Yeah.
I see it now.
You
Now it doesn't
allergic to
bother me.
3D?
No, it used to. It wasn't done properly.
Is there
and I'm getting-
gluten? Is there gluten in
There
3D?
is gluten in 3D glasses, so I have to abstain.
Visual gluten. Anyway, if they're making blue desserts in Avatar, I hate to see what the cupcakes look like in Shanghai.
Oh.
Moving on. Another delicious dessert you can expect to find is the chocolate cake. Yes, Disney had 7 years.
7?
Yeah, 7. And all they came up with was blue cheesecake and the name chocolate cake.
That's sad.
But the Mickey pretzel in Star Wars Land is going to blow your mind. Amazing. The chocolate cake is described on the menu as a chocolate cake with crunchy cookie layer and banana cream topping. And it's from the same pastry chef who created the blueberry cheesecake. Get out of here. Quote, we use dark chocolate because it's rich in antioxidants. Then add a little crunch with a cookie wafer and the contrast of a creamy mousse. The cake is then topped with banana cream made with a few simple but delicious ingredients. Cream, white chocolate, and bananas. Who would have thought? With a little drizzle of lemon. The chocolate banana is a great flavor combination, one the world has never seen before.
Elvis?
So good.
Elvis was all about.
I know I'm joking. That was written in as a joke.
Oh.
That literally
that was
chocolate and banana has.
That was your joke. So that wasn't that chef.
No.
See, I don't know where the lines are drawn here.
That's how ridiculous the story is. It's unclear where the joke is. Then we added goji berry on top. It tastes like a raisin, and we hydrated it with simple syrup.
Is that a joke?
No, that's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least they added a goji berry.
They did.
That's one of the superfoods of the world.
Superfood and antioxidants. They got it all going on there. And
That's
the
right.
boba is
But
very good too.
Also, yeah, cake.
And quote, we created this as inspiration from what the healthy Navi would eat. A healthy Navi eats chocolate cake from Earth.
Yeah.
You tried to kill their people, but hey, forget the genocide. Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake solves all problems. Brings people together.
Maybe they could get some unobtainium.
Oh, I want an unobtainium cupcake.
Right?
That's what should
Why
happen.
haven't they done that yet?
Make it
They should
silver.
float.
Yeah.
Floating cupcakes.
Anyway.
Add like a hoverboard.
These two desserts are meant to be savored and not to be quickly eaten, which is a big diversion from Ohana, where they stand over you while you eat the bread pudding because there's
They wanna take
8,000
it away
people
from you.
in the waiting area.
Was
Come
that your
on.
experience?
Come on, there's a lot of people out there. Let's go.
They know the lines will be nice and minimal here.
The bread pudding arrives as your salad does at
You
Ohana.
have all the time in the world to eat here.
If you're looking forward to trying out these two desserts, Pandora is just 30 days away, May 27th. For those of you who love to take advantage of the single rider line for select attractions at Disney to avoid long lines, I'm sorry to say, but for a time, you will not be able to do that at Expedition Everest.
Wow.
Nick, how are we going to find ladies now? That was our big pickup.
Oh,
That was a big
single rider
pickup.
ladies.
You don't do this thing. Yeah.
Back to Typhoon Lagoon, I guess. You still got those glasses?
That's our fallback. I got my disposable glasses.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Expedition Everest single rider queue will be closed starting April 26th. That's today. And will not open back up until May 16th. Lone riders will have to use the standby or fast pass queues during this period and wait there. Call back. As construction work continues on World Drive near the Magic Kingdom entrance, the billboards for both It's Tough to Be a Bug and Mission Space have both been removed. Sadly, the attractions have not.
Oh, I like It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Me too.
Gotta wait till they put an overpass through the Tree of Life. You're gonna have to wait. The road work includes a new overpass to take guests to the Magic Kingdom area resorts without going through the toll plaza, where there's a guy in the rightmost lane paying for parking and somehow thinks he's getting over 4 lanes and 12 feet to get to the TTC. No, that happens.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
All the time.
Anyway, Not a great monologue tonight. I warned everybody. Splash Mountain at the Magic Kingdom will be going down for almost 3 months for refurbishment this summer and fall, or as people on Facebook are calling it.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it.
No, I'm not dancing.
A lot of music
that's a little
clip jokes
dance.
tonight. Could you tell Tom didn't have a lot of free time? Keep using music clip. The attraction will be closed August 28th through November 16th, 2017. Reopening on the 17th should all go according to plan. Nothing opens on time.
Maybe it'll open
Maybe.
after Thanksgiving.
Maybe it will.
That's close.
Maybe 2018. Maybe by Star Wars Land.
There you go.
Mm.
That's wishful thinking.
Beginning.
Maybe by the time Pandora opens.
This is the worst monologue. Beginning in May
Really
of this
not good.
year and continuing on for the rest of 2017, DVC members will get exclusive benefits at a featured store at Disney Springs each Wednesday.
Ooh.
Hmm.
So there's something for you to do at the rest of your Wednesdays. The store will open an hour
I'll
early.
wait in line.
The store will open an hour early. I know you all just sit at your computer and wait for this. Store will open early at 9 a.m. instead of 10 for DVC members only, and each store will have a special offer only available that day. The discounts begin May 3rd at Kate Spade, New York, and run until July 5th at Sugar Boo & Company. Who thinks Sugar Boo & Company is still going to be open by July 5th?
Sugar.
That's the
such
real
a
question.
weird
What is it?
store. There's
That's
just
a great
random
question,
stuff.
Michelle. I wish I could answer it.
It looks like handmade stuff you'd find at
They
like
sell garbage with
markets?
inspirational quotes. Most
Yeah.
of their stuff is like
garbage.
junk with inspirational quotes.
Yeah. It's stuff you'd literally find at a flea market, yet they made a store of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And call it like artisanal.
Yeah, yeah.
Use
Yeah.
the word artisanal very loosely.
That is.
It's
I
like
think that's-
saying artisanal chocolate cake
Yeah.
at Satuli Canteen. You can find the full list of those discounts at WDWNT.com.
Awesome.
We've all seen the amazing projection mapping on Cinderella Castle during Magic Kingdom fireworks and on the Chinese, or not during fireworks, during projection-based shows. And on the Jason, you did a horrible job on this article. And on the Chinese theater
Ooh.
during Star Wars: A Galactic Celebration. Well, now Disney is taking this technology to the next level: projection mapping on moving objects, strollers. I'm joking. It's human faces, far more normal. Dubbed the makeup lamp, the system is the first of its kind, able to perform dynamic facial projection mapping in real time without the need for any physical tracking markers and without the latency normally inherent in live augmentation systems. How? That's proprietary. Nope, I'm joking. All the info is at WDWNT.com.
You're so dry. It's hard
thanks,
to tell. when
guys.
you're
Yeah,
joking.
no, I wasn't sure what
This
to do there.
studio is hardly dry.
Heyo.
Anyway, extending this technology from faces to the entire human body will allow live actors to instantaneously transform their costume into something completely different. The scene in Disney California Adventures Frozen Live at the Hyperion where Anna's costume is magically transformed in a blink of an eye uses this, and it could be more commonplace. This is reportedly also the technology they'll use in Fantasmic at Disneyland to turn the pirates into skeletons. It'll also then be turned on guests to make them less dirty looking to performers. The class is the
That's
worst.
horrible.
The worst.
That's bad.
The classic Space Mountain will return to Disneyland Park June 1st, just days after the 40th anniversary of this Tomorrowland favorite. Space travelers will blast off once again for their favorite intergalactic adventure without an IP. But don't worry, Hyperspace Mountain will return later this year because Bob Chapek had a foot-stomping hissy fit about it.
I was wondering where Bob Chapek worked into this.
You had to see it, man.
monologue.
Steam was coming out of his ears. And he's a robot. We're just the dumbest monologue. We're just a few short weeks away. Yeah, no, there's more.
Robot.
It's,
It's only funny if you know who Bob Chapek is.
well, that's the thing is you have to like be a Disney fan. Oh,
I still don't
someday
know who
Michelle
he
will
is.
get you to read our website.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I only read it for the comments.
So does everyone else. we're just a few short weeks away from the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout at DCA on May 27th. And now, thanks to a leaked photo, we got our first look inside the Collector's Collection, which will greet guests in the queue of this new attraction. The photo shows the collector's many creatures that he has obtained, and they're locked in cages.
Awesome.
That or it was a look at Nick's basement. I'm not sure. It's one of the two.
Oh, creepy.
Yeah.
I don't have a basement. I live in Florida.
Garage.
There you go.
Garage. D23 also released info on the 6
basement.
unique ride profiles and music for the ride. John Dennis, executive creative director for music at WDI, told them about the process for coming up with the 6 songs for the ride. John and his team used Star-Lord's awesome mix as a starting point and ended up testing out 100 different songs to find the right fit. The 6 chosen for the attraction are the perfect mix of fun and funky and help make up the ride's thrilling and truly unique experience. The 6 songs are Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, Give Up the Funk by Parliament.
We want the funk.
Yeah. Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf, Burnin' Love by Elvis Presley, Free Ride by the Edgar Winters Group, and I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. I Want You Back is also what plays on the boombox of the fanboy standing outside of the attraction, lamenting the loss of Tower of standing out there like that.
John Cusack style.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For this fanboy, there'll also be a 7th.
7?
Yeah, 7th ride profile with another song, Get Over It by the Eagles. Guardian. It's a real song. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout opens May 27, 2017 at DCA. In a shocking move, Disney has released official dates for Star Wars Episode 9 and the live-action Lion King, but switched around several big titles from their original release dates as well. Star Wars Episode 9 will open May 24, 2019. The Lion King will open June 15th, 1994. I'm sorry, July 19th, 2019. Indiana Jones 5 was set to open July 19th, 2019, but will now open July 10th, 2020, provided they can keep Harrison Ford away from airplanes. Gigantic was set to open on November 21st, 2018, but will now open on November 25th, 2020. The full 2-year delay. I didn't know this was a Tom Staggs project. wasn't aware of that. The Avatar team hard at work on Disney Gigantic. Gigantic is also the type of failure that Volcano Bay will be.
Oh.
Anyway. As well, Frozen 2 is set to open November 27, 2019. That's 6 years after the original film and 6 overlays of attractions after the original film.
Wow. Are we done yet?
Yes, we're done.
All right.
Michelle, who brought us the news? Maybe they don't want to be associated with this week, but who brought us the news?
I'm glad you asked.
Fix our camera.
Where is it?
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Better?
That's why viewership
Why is
so
it
high.
so close, though? Like, for real. All right. Anyways, don't forget to shop apparel and accessories for Disney fans through WDWNT.com and TeePublic. Just go to WDWNT.com and click the TeePublic ad to shop from hundreds of designs for t-shirts, phone cases, prints, and more, including exclusive WDWNT and WDW News Tonight logo apparel, as well as original creations such as Punzel's Poopers. Yay! Captain EO Crunch.
Yay!
7. What is this one?
Which one is it? Hold on, I can't. Let me look. Indigenous Pandoran ale. Jason, can we show them?
I didn't see that on the.
It's new today.
I went to see this morning.
Gorgeous.
I didn't see it up there. I saw Punzel's Poopers.
New today. We're going to see if Jason can pull that up for everybody.
So, and not My Hall of Presidents, I think. Is that still available?
It's still there.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
I didn't see that one either.
People can get that one in time for.
I want to get that for the opening.
Look at that one. We're all going to be
there
wearing
we go.
those.
Indigenous Pandoran ale.
Let's
Now
all
available.
be wearing those on May
Did you
13th.
see the alcohol content
is
is
amazing.
5.27%.
And it's indigenous.
I also like that it has 2, 5, and 7 at the bottom. Makes me happy.
Oh, that's
It's the little things.
Anyway, there's more ad. I believe.
That's right. Yes, tonight. So don't miss the store-wide sale where shirts are just $14 each. So that means you can get the indigenous Pandora ale and The Punzel's Poopers, just $14 each.
All the shirts, $14 tonight.
Make the most of tonight's commercial breaks and shop through our extensive collection. TeePublic, an official partner of WDW News Tonight.
All right, we're playing the game when we get back.
Yes, we're celebrating 19 years of Animal Kingdom tonight. So our game is Animal Kingdom themed. It's the Choose Your Own Wild Animal Kingdom Adventure. We'll play that when we get back on WDW News Tonight. You call in now. It's 407-774-8255. Call to play. We'll be right back.
Did you know that every dollar you put into a piece of real estate makes you money 5 ways? Cash flow, money in your pocket each month. Equity capture, the thousands of dollars you create when you have the right team and buy the right property using the right map. Appreciation, real estate doubles in value about every 10 years. Equity buildup, renters pay down your mortgage each month. And finally, the tax advantage. We pay almost no taxes on our cash flow and capital gains. These are the 5 ways we make money in real estate, which is why real estate accounts for more millionaires in the world today than any other investment vehicle. You should have some real estate in your portfolio. To learn how, attend one of our free workshops. Call 1-866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com and register for the next available workshop. That's 866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com.
Buy local, shop local, locally grown or produced. Over the past few years, more and more people have become aware of and interested in not only where they spend their money, but from where their products come. This is Robin Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, and since our company was founded over 25 years ago, we have been providing our customers with exactly that, a locally manufactured product from a locally owned and operated company. The Original Mattress Factory was founded on the principle of producing quality mattresses in our own factory and selling them directly to the consumer, right here in Orlando. We take tremendous pride in being able to offer you a great value on quality, hand-built, and locally made mattresses at our everyday low factory direct prices. So for a true local mattress experience, come to our factory and see for yourself. You can also stop by an Original Mattress Factory store near you or visit us at originalmattress.com to see how we make mattresses right here in Orlando.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? You should know the credit card companies are tricking you into thinking there's no way out. Credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. That's 800-518-4020.
Welcome back to the American Adversaries. I'm joking. That's not the
Is
name
that
of
what
the
you
show.
said?
I want to share a quick
Understand.
story. Nick is taking calls. Obviously, we have a game coming up. Nick works another show here at the station called American Adversary. So Nick picks up the phone for the callers we have coming in for the game tonight and picks up and goes, American Adversaries.
It happens.
Not WDW News Tonight or WDWNT. It's
I say that a billion
American
times, 5 days
No,
a
I
week.
understand
2
that you're
hours every
still
night.
in that. You've done
ever
that
answered
show
your
the
cell
whole
phone like that?
Yeah. It's the
No.
first time I've done that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The whole time this show's 49 episodes old, but we did the radio show also for 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're almost 4 years into this now.
Yeah.
And Nick has never done that. And some reason tonight, Nick did it. But
Some
anyway,
reason.
you're actually listening and watching WDW News Tonight. We're live on 105.5 FM, AM 660 and AM 1520 here in Orlando. We're online on YouTube at listen.wdwnt.com. And, of course, in WDWNT, the app. And someone in the chat just said, hi, Michelle. Glad Tom and Nick haven't thrown you off yet.
What does that
Wait,
even
what?
mean?
What does that mean?
There was joking last time that we threw you off the
Oh,
show.
because I was
yeah.
sick 2 weeks in a row. Well, I was out.
No,
and then I was sick.
last year when you started because you were here
Oh,
and then you went away for a while.
I did.
But anyway,
I'm here now. Hi.
so
Hey.
tonight we're celebrating 19 years of Animal Kingdom. So we're busting out a game. We haven't done this in a while. Nick loves to do these create your own adventure games. It was your creation.
I know.
So I decided, Nick, why don't we do a create your own wild Animal Kingdom adventure game? And Nick
And we did.
obliged. And so that's what we're going to do. So Nick, what are we doing?
So this is a choose your own adventure game. So what we're going to do here is I've created these two scenarios basically, and you get to kind of come on the show, and you get to pick different paths that you want to follow, and each path might lead to harder or easier circumstances to navigate and get through this challenge. Now, the two different challenges require you collect different items along the way, and the amount of items that you collect along the way correlate to the size of the prize pack you'll be receiving from us tonight. And so we're going to bring on. Let's just bring on our first contestant, and we'll help explain the game to Nick. Actually, we got Nick on the line with us tonight.
American Adversaries, welcome.
Good evening, Nick. How you doing tonight?
Hey guys, I'm doing good. How are you doing over there?
Very good, very good. Now I want you to repeat to everyone where you're calling in from tonight.
Well, I'm actually from a small town in Michigan, but I basically work in the same city that is responsible for the terrible Tony Town Square menu, Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, Ohio.
Ohio.
Nice.
that is fantastic.
It's great.
So, Nick, what we're doing is we're playing this Animal Kingdom Choose Your Own Adventure game. Now, let me first ask you: are you more interested in going on a safari adventure or a conservation track?
Definitely a safari.
Safari. All right. So you're going to be going on the safari. So let me read the rules to you. Now, a lot of this is kind of left up by chance. We do have. Let's show this now to our audience that's watching.
Oh, jeez.
We do have a tree. In the we do have a dice in the tree of life. Can we show this?
Jason, can we put up the dice tree?
We have a dice
There's
tree.
the dice
There
stone.
is the dice tree.
Hold on.
Oh, I gotta preface this for a moment.
Yes.
Last week I said we're doing this game. I told Michael, I don't know, we need dice. Put the
Oh, there
dice
we
in a
go.
tree or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh
You
my
show up
God,
tonight.
that's amazing.
You show up tonight. The dice he's using the Disney Parks pursuit board.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I told you, Michael, we're putting
That
the
is
dice
amazing.
in the
That's
tree.
amazing, Michael.
And
That
so
is
now
fantastic.
we have our dice tree and we're ready to play.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was working on Jeopardy for next week.
Thank you, Michael.
It took you 10 minutes to make a dice tree. I don't want to hear.
Michael, I put together games the night of, an hour before the show, and that's what you need to do as well. Focus on tonight.
Yeah, because those always go so well.
Oh my gosh.
So Nick, we're gonna play the Choose Your Own Adventure game. You chose the safari track. Now, a lot of it is done by a roll of the dice, but a lot of it is done by your choices as well. You can make it easier or harder on yourself. Let me read you the rules here. You're going on an adventure at Disney's Animal Kingdom. You're going to pick your path as you wind your way around the park. Your objective on the safari adventure is to take photos of animals at the park. You're going to have 6 opportunities to complete your objective as we go along, but be careful. The path you choose will make it either easier or more difficult to complete your task. You're also going to be armed with 2 Wilderness Explorer badges that can help you along the way. Now, the total amount of successful photos you take will dictate the level of prize you receive at the end. So the first thing I got to have you do, I have 5 possible Wilderness Explorer badges here. You're going to get 2 at random to help you along the way. Pick 2 numbers for me, 1 through 5.
3 and 4.
3 and 4. All right, so you have the Stroller ECV Pile-Up Wilderness Explorers badge. Now, this will allow you to subtract 3 to the next dice roll, and you'll see how that can help you along the way. You also have the Backtrack badge, and that will let you roll a dice again once we get going here. So I'll remind you of the 2 you have. You have subtract 3 to the next roll, and you have roll again. And those can help you along the way.
Someone in the chat asked, what's the path to the paddlefish? And then someone responded, they all lead to the paddlefish.
All right, so here we go, Nick. Let's start your journey. We're walking in the Disney's Animal Kingdom entrance. We just walked in the park. Now, do you want to go up the left side of the ramp there or the right side?
Right side.
All right, the right side. All right, here we go.
The ramp is the Oasis, by the way.
Yes, the Oasis. Thank you.
I have been to the Animal Kingdom, so I kind of can picture it.
There you go. Good. Picture yourself walking up the right side
Yeah,
ramp.
because we didn't do any graphics for this, so please picture.
The right side of this ramp you're going to be seeing me the entire time, or the tree dice. We can put up the tree dice. I don't mind. The ramp on the right leads to a flock of birds. The flock of birds looks very angry. A guest has disturbed them, and they start furiously flying around, pecking at guests. But you need a photo. This won't be easy, though. You take out your camera and try to take a photo of one of the swiftly moving birds. We're going to roll the dice twice. But first, we need you, Nick, to tell us, will the total of the 2 dice rolls be between 2 and 7? Or
7?
Don't do that. Yes, 7.
So go ahead and do it, Tom. Go ahead and do it.
Or will it land between 8 and 12?
I'm going to say 2 and 7.
2 and 7. All right, Michael,
Yeah,
let's roll the
7.
dice once. You got a 3. Now roll the dice second time. Was that a 3 and a 5, or did it not stop?
It's a 3 and a 5.
There's a 3 and a 5. That gives you an 8. Unfortunately, you are wrong on this one. It landed an 8. So you do not get a photo, unfortunately, of the first animal here. Now remember, you do have a roll again badge, and then subtract 3 to the next dice roll. Now you can't use that one. You got to use that one ahead of time. But do you want to use the roll again button, or do you want to hold on to that one?
You said I cannot use this.
No, you could use the roll again right now.
All right, yeah, I'll roll it again.
Roll again, Michael. Roll it again. It's still a 5. He's still
He doesn't get to roll both? Oh, it's 10 anyway.
No, it's just the one.
This is the one. That's why we're making it up as we go. All right, you got. Unfortunately, you don't get a picture there. All right, but you're gonna head over now to the Kilimanjaro Safari, because what better place to see plenty of animals add to your photo log? Unfortunately, Nick, your truck breaks down before you get to any of the animals. Yeah. Oh no. The driver asks guests to stay seated, but you need your photos. So you hop over the side of the truck and head out on foot. You head towards, now, do you want to head towards the elephants? You have photos of the elephants, or do you want to head to the savannah to take pictures there?
I mean, I would probably say the elephants.
The elephants, all right. You decide to head directly towards the elephants. It's a difficult and treacherous journey. One wrong move and you may end up on the wrong side of those animal barriers there. You spot the elephants, but they're a bit too far away to reach with your lens. You inch your way closer, but you lose your footing and fall hard and far. Oh no! You hear a growl and some rustling in the bushes. You're being stalked. You need to climb out of here fast. We're going to roll the dice 3 times. Now, will the total of the 3 dice rolls be an odd number or an even number?
Odd.
All right, it'll be an odd number. All right, Michael, roll it once. 1. Second time. 3, so you're up to 4. Third time, another 4. It's an even number.
Oh, no.
It's an even number. All right. So, unfortunately, not getting a photo of an animal there either. All right. That's 2 chances. You got 4 more chances to get a photo of an animal here. Next, you're heading over to the Maharaja Jungle Track. Plenty of choices for photos along this trail. But do you want to head towards the bats or the tigers?
Tigers.
Yeah, the tigers would be a beautiful photo, but sometimes they're hard to see well. Today, you're in luck. They're moving around in full view. But you're not satisfied with that. You want a closer look. So you climb over the wall.
Oh, this is.
You climb over the wall.
By the way, WDWNT LLC does in no way condone the actions you can take in the Choose Your Own Wild Animal Kingdom adventure.
Trouble, Nick. What are you getting me into?
Yeah, you climbed over the wall there.
Watch out. They're trying to breed now, so you may want to be careful.
Yikes.
Yeah. Just as you frame your shot, the tiger spots you and charges. As you run away, you aim your camera over your shoulder and snap off some shots. But did you get a good one? All right. So for this one's a little different here. So you need to, would you like to roll? Now you're going to need a number of 6 or higher, and you get 2 dice rolls on this one. So this one's completely up to the dice roll. So let's see if you could do it. Let's roll the dice once. You get a 5. Very good. It looks like you're going to get this one. You roll the dice again. Kind of guaranteed to get it. And you got a 4. So there you go. You got an animal photo. You took a successful photo of the tiger while you were running away. Very good job. Yes, applause. Applause for everyone.
I'm making sound effects.
I just love the chat during this game is the greatest thing ever. No one's into this. They're asking, where's
Bring
the
back
music?
The math game.
Need some background.
We need some music.
I was just saying, like, don't we have like source audio for like the Kilimanjaro safaris or something?
Or just some Animal
Where's
Kingdom
Symbol
background
One?
music would have been great, Nick.
Arr.
So, Michelle,
job,
put it up on your
Nick.
phone.
Where's Symbol 1 when I need him? Where's Symbol
Michael
1?
made a dice tree. You couldn't even cue up some background music.
I should have thought of some music. I'll have music ready for the next one. All right, now you're gonna hopefully you've gotten
Someone
some photos.
said bring back the math game.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Roar.
Next, we're gonna head over to Dinosaur, the Dino Institute. How's that
Yeah.
sound, Nick?
Sounds good to me.
Now, when you get in the Dino Institute, you see both Dr. Marsh and Dr. Seeker over there. Which one do you want to talk to about trying to get a photo of a dinosaur?
Dr. Seeker.
Dr. Seeker, yeah. I mean, he brought back a dino before, so he
During
should-
an unauthorized.
yeah, but he should be able to help you get that photo. So you hop in the time rover with Dr. Seeker and take off towards the past. When you arrive, it is dark. You hear creatures all around you. But it's a little too dark to take a photo. But then from behind you, you hear a loud roar and footsteps charge your vehicle. Your time rover takes off, but you still need your shot. You turn around and are staring right in the face of a T-Rex. The bouncing around in the vehicle makes it hard to take a photo, but you snap off a few. But let's see if you get a good shot.
No T-Rex in dinosaurs.
There's a T-Rex in this story.
Oh. I think you're in the wrong park.
All right, we're gonna actually roll the dice 4 times here. Will the total of the 4 dice rolls be between 1 and 12 or 13 to 24?
13 to 24.
13 to 24. All right, let's do it.
Which is
Michael.
also the demographic for this show.
All right, roll it once. 5. Second. 4, that's 9. Plus 2, that's 11. One more. Plus 2, that's 13.
Barely made it.
You got it. You got a second photo. All right.
Anyway,
Now that's 2 photos.
By the way, Nick, T-Rex.
Yeah.
It's not our dino.
All right, we're almost there. We're almost
Evasive
there.
maneuver.
There's a
Evasive
petition to bring back the math game happening in the chat.
Well, it's definitely coming back.
oh my goodness.
All right, after a busy day collecting photos of the animals, it's time to try to capture an image of one of the legendary beasts of the animal kingdom. That would be the Yeti. You arrive at the train station, ready to
It's
take.
still working?
It's still, yeah. It's just not the single rider line. As your train winds up the mountain, your excitement builds. Then you hit a dead end. The track has been torn up. You hear the Yeti in the mountain behind you, so you climb out. Again, we don't endorse that. And go the rest of the way on foot. Inside, you come to a split in the mountain cavern. Path to the left and a path to the right. Which do you choose?
Right.
All right. Path to the right is long and dark. You cross a ledge high above the inner cavern. You see a shadow of the Yeti running by. As your heart pounds, you make your way down the slope. You're sliding fast down the ice. Your camera hits the ground hard. You keep a tight grip on it, but notice the flash broke. It keeps going off and on rapidly. This will make it hard to take a photo.
Are you saying it's strobing?
But you practically, you could
It's
say that.
having a party inside the mountain. It's all good.
But you practically feel the breath of the Yeti on you. As you slide by the beast that takes a swipe at you, or so you think.
Michelle
you
should
take-
just do sound.
You take a few photos.
That's what I'm good at.
I think so.
But let's see if they came out. Will the next dice roll be between 1 and 3 or between 4 and 6? And remember, you have that card that can subtract 3 from a dice roll, too, still in your pocket. So
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Let's roll it. It's a 2. Good job. You got a third photo. He's really coming back here. He's gotten 3 photos now.
Is anyone else lost?
Someone else in chat said I'm getting uncomfortable.
Hey man, there's just people lost in the mountain. That's not a.
So he's got them. Nick's having a good time. He's got both Nicks. Your day at the park is coming to a close. Hopefully everyone's cheering in the chat now.
No. There's instead people are asking to bring back Tom and Nick are angry.
This is your last chance to add another animal photo to your log. Yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
No, I got cut for time.
You figure a peaceful trip around the tree of life will do you good. Little did you know the tree had other plans. The animals on the tree begin to actually come to life. Just projection mapping, you think. Then you realize it's really happening. You are too startled to take photos right away and begin to run. Do you take cover inside the tree of life or head for a gift shop?
I mean, I guess gift shop.
Gift shop. All right.
By the way, Nick, I didn't know you were writing the next Kingdom Keepers book. I was
I
unaware.
guess I'm co-writing that now. That's just what happens when you come on the show.
Yep.
You make a beeline for Island Mercantile Gift Shop for some cover. As you're hiding behind a rack of t-shirts, you feel something brush up beside you. The animals are in
It's
the
Nick.
store.
Oh.
Did he drop his glasses again?
Glad you guys are having fun. Tom's crying. Tom's crying. He's laughing so hard. Yeah. Did you just say you thought the monologue was bad? No. This trumps that. Especially when they put the camera on Nick and he's got the paper up completely covering it.
Go ahead.
Nick, we're gonna roll 2 dice to see if you escape here.
Back to the tree dice.
Back to the dice. Back to the dice.
Will it be an even number or an odd number?
Even.
Okay, let's roll it once. 5. It's not. I can't do this.
What is it, 9? What are we trying to do? I don't even know what's happening.
He's crying.
What is this game?
He's laughing so hard.
I thought the map and math game were a mess.
All right.
This doesn't work on radio, by the way.
It actually only works on radio.
I'm sorry,
in fact.
I said that backwards. But we're currently not on the radio because there's baseball instead.
Oh.
We're still on the other one.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know anyone that's getting signal.
Anyway, Nick, you make your way out of the park and out of the park.
Wait, what happened with the dice?
He lost. He lost.
He rolled a 9.
He rolled a 9. It was odd.
But doesn't he have that 3 card?
Yes.
Yes.
So let him -3.
All right, there you go. -3.
Use
Player
that card.
bad.
We're going to tell you how to play the game.
No, I was going to say, I was like, can I use that? I didn't hear the number.
There we go. So you got 6. That's an even number. Look at that. That is 4 photos now for you.
Yay!
That is huge. You are going to get an absolutely huge prize back from us for playing that and going through that experience with us.
By the way, Nick, Jake from Ohio.
That was interesting.
He never got his prize back.
That was interesting.
Also, Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm didn't get his prize.
Sitting in my back of my car. I got to mail those out.
Oh, my God.
Paddlefish! Yay!
There's the paddlefish to save the game. Yes, you
The
found
official
the
mascot
Got a
of
photo of the
WDWNT.
paddlefish.
The paddlefish.
Nick,
I'm going to buy a paddlefish.
Nick has to hold on the line for me, and I will get his info.
We're going to get
shortly.
a little tank, and the paddlefish is going to be behind me every show.
I love that idea.
All right, Tom, do we want to take a break or do we want to go ahead with our other contestants?
Let's take a break.
Don't you want to know who brought you this wonderful game?
Yes, Skywalker wine. Because it's the only way you're getting through. Through choose your own. Jay's back to me. Skywalker wine. The only way you're getting through this is with this.
Gabe and Mackenzie are still on hold. They
I
waited.
ain't opening this yet.
Oh, okay.
This
I thought
is
you
for
were
a
saving
special
it.
occasion.
I know.
Even
Like when we
after-
actually do a good game.
Even after that, Tom, Gabe and Mackenzie are still on hold, waiting to play this game.
Okay.
Are you sure?
They're still there.
Michelle, tell us who brought us.
Or they're waiting
All
to go on the
right.
American Adversaries. I don't
WDW
know.
News Tonight is brought to you by WDWNT, the app, the official mobile application of WDW News Today. This app brings you all the latest Disney Parks news, podcasts, including WDW News Tonight, streamed right to your mobile device. Park hours, videos, as well as the ability to listen and chat live on the go with this very show. and many others. Download the app today for iOS, Android, and Amazon devices by searching for WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com for more information. WDWNT, the app, bringing the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news anywhere you want it.
Nick's on the phone. I think we're going to take a commercial break because
he's making
because
choices.
half the audience is almost asleep at this point.
What, they couldn't follow along with that game in our short attention span?
We're going to figure this out. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Brant. So there's this family, Jeremy and Sharon, and a couple kids, and they're all very healthy, and they did something to save money. They switched from health insurance to MediShare, and then they had a third baby, a little girl named Anya, and she was very sick.
We've had a lot of hospital visits.
A whole week in a children's hospital, CAT scans and blood tests and chemical tests, and I think we saw a dozen doctors. It was all shared.
Yeah, the bills were shared by the other members of MediShare. That's how this works. So get this, they save hundreds a month. They don't have to deal with health insurance companies or government health care plans, and they get to be part of a community that cares.
MediShare has always been there for us and helped meet the needs that we have as a family.
It's no wonder this is growing so fast. It is worth looking into. Here's how. Call 844-41-BIBLE. Now, it's available everywhere but Montana. 844-41-BIBLE.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? You should know the credit card companies are tricking you into thinking there's no way out. Credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people, they're A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. That's 800-518-4020.
Did you know that every dollar you put into a piece of real estate makes you money 5 ways? Cash flow, money in your pocket each month. Equity capture, the thousands of dollars you create when you have the right team and buy the right property using the right map. Appreciation, real estate doubles in value about every 10 years. Equity buildup, renters pay down your mortgage each month. And finally, the tax advantage. We pay almost no taxes on our cash flow and capital gains. These are the 5 ways we make money in real estate, which is why real estate accounts for more millionaires in the world today than any other investment vehicle. You should have some real estate in your portfolio. To learn how, attend one of our free workshops. Call 1-866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com and register for the next available workshop. That's 866-971-8970 or go to 5wayswemakemoney.com.
Now we're back on the disaster in progress.
Come on! It's not that
I'm
bad.
joking. This is American Adversaries.
Yes.
Brought to you, of course, by Skywalker Wine.
Oh, goodness. Mackenzie, hold on the line.
Finest wine in the galaxy.
We're going to get you to play the conservation track of the
Yes.
Choose Your Own Adventure
All
game
about paddlefish conservation.
when we get back.
Anyway, that's from Michael D. I'm going to take credit for that. Michael D4 in the chat. Couple things real quick. Jason, you could help me out with these. Those of you who are WIGS members, we're talking about your monthly gift prize thing. We need your address. So if you're a WIGS member, please email me, tom@WDWNT.com, and I'll pass it off to the shipping department.
Oh,
we have to verify it. I'll pass it off to the shipping department, and we'll get your stuff out. Those of you that are subscribed at the level where you get a package from us every month, please message us. And any of you $5 and above, please message us because you get a Pirates 50th button regardless for this month. Prizes, if they haven't been out yet, that's just because Nick hasn't gotten them yet. Sometimes we're a couple weeks behind. If it feels like it's been over a month, then please message Nick. What email address?
Nick at WDWNT.com.
Nick at WDWNT.com. Jason, I want to quickly talk about what WIGS members have going for them right now. We have a minute.
All right, so WIGS members for WDW the 10th and
WDWNT the 10th anniversary.
Yes, the exclusive meal Friday night at Kona Cafe, and the breakfast at the Wave on Saturday, and the breakfast at Living Seas Lounge on Sunday. Those tickets are now available to WIGS members at the $7 and up level. And starting tomorrow, they'll be available to all WIGS members. We just wanted to make sure that our higher level patrons get first crack.
You have priority registration, and the Kona meal is only for you guys.
So the those tickets will go on sale to the rest of the WIGS members tomorrow, and then the general public on Sunday. So WIGS members, get your tickets now, because they might sell out.
Yeah, limited space, especially Kona's very, very, very limited.
Go to events.wdwnt.com for details, and in Patreon, there's a post with the special link to order the tickets.
There you go. We'll be right back. We're going to play more of the adventure game, and we're going to celebrate 19 years of Animal Kingdom on WDW News Tonight.
Celebrating 50 years as Apopka's hometown station. 1520 WBZW. Apopka, Orlando. Community events, financial news, weather, traffic, and more.
A service of Salem Media Group.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. President Trump is proposing an ambitious overhaul of the country's tax code.
We will have a massive tax cut for businesses and massive tax reform and simplification.
Treasury Secretary Mnuchin said the plan would reduce the corporate tax rate from 35% to 15%. For individuals, the standard deduction would be doubled and most tax breaks eliminated except for mortgage interest and charitable giving. Without providing many specifics, officials said the plan would be paid for by spurring economic growth and creating jobs. Greg Clugston, the White House.
Police at UC Berkeley say they're preparing to deploy a highly visible presence of officers on campus despite the cancellation of conservative columnist Ann Coulter's speech on Thursday. UC Berkeley spokesman Dan Mogilov says the plan is to have campus classes and facilities operating as normal tomorrow.
We don't currently foresee a need to cancel classes. Classes will be going on as usual. There may be some restricted access to some of the buildings and spaces right here off Sproul Plaza. But we really have a great deal of confidence in the arrangements and the resources that the police department's putting in place.
Berkeley was the flashpoint for the 1964 free speech movement against the Vietnam War. Members of Congress met with White House officials today on the worsening North Korean situation. Republican Congressman Ed Royce says the Trump administration and Congress want a more global approach to pressuring North Korea to dismantle its nuclear weapons program.
What we are discussing is bringing international diplomacy, financial pressure, and bringing all means to bear, not just on the part of the United States, but on the international community, because we all have the same interests here.
On Wall Street, the Dow down by 21 points to 20,975. The Nasdaq flat, the S&P lower by 1. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate a lower tax bill. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts. But you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will fight for you using industry secrets that can stop any IRS actions, eliminate penalties and interest, and reduce your past tax bill. So you pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call the Tax Doctor now for a free IRS audit emergency review.
Call 855-290-1382. That's 855-290-1382. Again, 855-290-1382. That's 855-290-1382.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight.
Michelle's coming to Disneyland with us.
Is she?
I haven't been.
In July.
I need the book next.
Yeah, we got to get together and do that.
Let me know.
I'm not
I'll
on
come.
camera right
Who is on camera? Anyone?
now. Anyway, now I am. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. We're live, 105.5 FM, maybe if the Rays game is AM 660, AM 1520 here in Orlando. Listen.WDWNT.com, on YouTube, on WDWNT, the app, all those fine, fun places. So next week is a really, really, really big week here at WDW News Tonight. It's our 50th episode. So in classic WDWNT fashion, we're celebrating in a really big way. We're doing a 3-hour show. And during the course of that 3-hour show, Cornac the Magnificent will return.
I love him.
Yeah, probably more popular than my real-life persona. We have Jeopardy, the WDWNT edition, WDWNT the match game, and it's going to be part of our celebration of Disney's Hollywood Studios during Hollywood Studios Appreciation Week, which we'll have more details on the site on tomorrow or Friday. So it's a really, really big show next week. Make sure you join us. Same starting time, later finish time. Next week, we're on 9 to 12 Eastern. So we're really excited about that. Again, make sure you're there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Michelle, who brings us WDW News Tonight each and every week?
The one that I read before the break?
Did you read Magical Travel?
No, I don't have that one.
It's after.
There it is.
There it is.
Well, Tom, every week.
Want some Skywalker what? Yeah!
WDW News Tonight is brought to you by Magical Travel. Magical Travel is an authorized Disney vacation planner and is always ready to assist you in making your next trip to the Walt Disney World Resort, Disneyland Resort, or aboard the Disney Cruise Line even more magical. Right now, you can save up to 25% on select Walt Disney World Resort hotels. For more information on this special offer and many more, visit magicaltravel.com and book your next Disney trip today.
Magical Travel also hooking us up with those awesome room rates we're going to have for the 10th anniversary. Jason, we're going to have that any day now, right?
Should be any day now. I know we said that last week.
Well, I know, but we actually do now have the Living Seas Lounge and all that stuff booked. So we're making progress. So.
Yes, we are.
There you go. Nick, why don't we go back to this game? I don't know why. Why don't we go back to it?
I'm going to play the math game theme music. That way people might like it
That might
more.
at least help. I feel like we're like in a Disney meeting. Well, if we put a reference to the old ride, people will like.
Let's add some Frozen into it. That'll make it a hit.
Put a 3-headed troll in the queue. It'll be fine.
Mackenzie, how you doing?
I'm here. I'm doing great.
Now, you heard us play the first round of this game and you stayed on hold.
I listened to some of it. It was great.
You know
you're lying.
That won't get you a prize.
Some of it to be a surprise, so I didn't want to totally ruin it.
Oh, well, we're putting you on the conservation track. So, Nick, before you played the safari track. So,
awesome.
Here you go. We need you to go around. You're going to create your own adventure. Choose your own adventure around the Animal Kingdom Park. You're going to pick your path as you wind your way around the park. Your objective is to perform acts of conservation to earn conservation points.
Michelle, by the way, is looking at me through the window like we're really still doing this. I can't believe it.
This is Nick's time to shine. You're going to have 6 opportunities to complete your objective, but be careful. The path you choose makes it either easier or more difficult to complete your task. You'll also be armed with 2 Wilderness Explorer badges that can help you along the way. The total amount of points you earn will dictate the level of prize you receive. So pick a number for me, either 1, 2, or 5.
Let's go with 1 and 5.
1 and 5. There you go. See what badges you got. First of all, you got the gift card badge, which gives you 1 free Disney conservation button at the gift shop. So that automatically, we're going to trade that in right now. That's a good card to have because that gives you automatically 1 conservation point. As you could, yes. Look at that. That's so good. You also get the no strings badge. This adds 2 to any dice roll that you choose. So if you need to add 2 at any time, if that will ever help you, you could just do that.
And clearly the no strings was given out when people complained about how bad the first game was.
All right. We're gonna have you start off tonight at the conservation station. You can head right over there. So what better place to start, of course, if you're worried about conservation than conservation station. So you board the Wildlife Express train and head for Rafiki's Planet Watch. Along the route, you encounter an injured rhino blocking the path. You've seen enough Doc McStuffins episodes to be able to help this poor animal out.
Aw.
Nick, do you know what Doc McStuffins is about?
It's a doctor that helps.
It's plush animals. They're not. They're toys. It's not like you
get the idea, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should jump out and try to help a rhino.
It's kind of like after watching ER, then going to perform open heart surgery.
Go ahead.
So you jump out and you're going to help this rhino. Now, do you successfully get the rhino the help it needs? Let's find out. You're going to roll 3 dice on the tree of dice. And
tree of dice.
You can't even continue.
All right. Now, will the total of the 3 dice rolls be an even number?
This is going to be a
or
shirt.
an odd number?
Tree
I want a shirt with the dice.
Well, I work
Tree
in
of
the
dice.
hospital, so they're going to be mad if I get the Doc McStuffins question wrong.
Yeah.
I'll do odd.
Odd number. Let's roll it once. Second time.
Hashtag tree of dice. It's trending now.
Plus 4 equals 10. One more roll.
Oh, no.
Plus 1. That equals 11. That's an odd number. Wait, that's an odd number. You said odd.
Yes, but 1 plus 1 is 2.
This is turned into
Then
the
you
math
find
game.
yourself on the Jungle Cruise, which is in a different park. What?
Then you're sewing up a rhino with toy buttons. I mean, ridiculous.
All right, good job. You got another conservation point. That's 2 conservation points for you so far.
You are killing this game.
You are. All right. But now, now, Mackenzie, it's time to save the trees. You set out on Cali River Rapids because you hear reports of loggers cutting down a forest. You can see the loggers from where you are, but there is still much terrain to cover. The raft will get you there more quickly, but is a treacherous journey. By foot will take longer, but is more safe. Traveling by raft and failing risks losing all your remaining wilderness badges. You have 1 left. And if you fail here, you might lose it, but it could net you 3 conservation points. Do you travel by raft or by foot?
Oh, totally by raft.
Yeah.
I got this.
Danger zone here. You want to get there sooner than later, so you board the raft and take off down the rapids. As you approach the loggers' outpost, you're tossed from the raft and into the violent river current. You swim towards the shore, but do you make it there in time to stop them? You're going to roll 2 dice. What will the total dice roll be? Will it be between 2 and 3, 4 and 6, 7 to 9, or 10 to 12?
7 to 9.
7 to 9.
Mm-hmm. It's
All
a
right.
lucky number around here.
All right, we're rolling 2 dice, Michael. Roll it once.
Bling.
It is a 3. Roll the second time. It is a 1. That equals 4. My math is correct.
So even my add 2 wouldn't help. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately not. And unfortunately, because of that, you lose that card. So that card is no longer now available to you. All right, you don't get a conservation point there.
Someone in the chat said this game is taking longer than it took to build.
I'm blue.
Congratulations, chat. You made your own Avatar joke.
Here's the Animal Kingdom theme song behind us as we play the rest of the game. By the way, guess where you're going next? You're going to Pandora.
Wait, in that last part, were those loggers or bloggers? They're both pretty bad.
Because you can't talk about conservation and being at one with the planet without taking a trip to Pandora. You need to help show guests the value of taking care of the planet, but you have to reach them first. All the guests are up there on the floating mountains. You need a banshee. You need a banshee to get up to them. It's time to choose your banshee.
I thought your banshee chooses you.
That's right.
Oh.
Wow, he got you there. Hashtag story.
Man, there's a hole in this game. Oh, no.
You know what else is a hole in the Volcano Bay volcano?
Mackenzie, there's 2 banshees to choose from, and you'll be matched with one based on your answers to the next 3 questions. Now, one is a nice calm banshee. It'll give you a nice calm ride. The other, well, you better hold on tight. So here you go. What color is your banshee's skin? Indigo or orange?
Indigo.
Is your banshee male or female?
Oh, totally female.
Totally female.
Mm-hmm.
And last one, what color are your banshee's eyes? Yellow or blue?
Blue.
All right, blue. You got the calm banshee.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be nice and smooth. Let's see if you make it. We're going to roll 2 dice. Will the total of the dice be between 1 and 4 or between 5 and 6? Actually, you can't get a 1. So 2 to 4 or 5 to 6. Actually, I'm sorry.
How
2
about,
dice.
how about none of the above?
1 dice. 1 dice. Will it be between 1 and 4 or 5 and 6? Sorry.
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
Wait, hold on a second. 1 to 3 and 4 to 6, or 1 to...
No, I have a better ratio if it's 1 to 4.
Yeah, 1 to 4 or 5 to 6. I was right. I was
Why? But that's
4.
4 versus... Oh, because he picked the calm banshee.
Yes.
I'm finally starting to understand this game.
There is a small logic to this game.
All right.
Just very small.
We got this.
Roll the dice. 6.
Oh.
That's terrible.
You still have 2 conservation points. Not bad. You have 2 more places to visit
Oh
here.
boy.
We're going to Rivers of Light. It's time to take on the show.
Yay!
Perfect.
You take your seat for the show. Partway through the performance, though, you notice some trouble out on the Lotus Blossom float. It's sinking. You must save the float.
Those damn loggers.
You must save the float so the show continues and people learn about being one with the planet. But how do you get to the float? You can either take a small paddle boat or you can swing to it from the trees above.
Let's swing through the trees.
All right, you choose to swing down from the trees.
Swinging from the trees of dice.
It's a more difficult way around, but you don't want to risk paddling through the traffic on the water. You're swinging along just fine until you realize that last swing might be too far of a leap. Luckily, the monkeys are nearby to lend you a hand. They grab a hold of you and swing you over to the Lotus
What is this,
Blossom float.
Indy 4?
Dr. Jones! Dr. Jones!
You gracefully land, but now you have to take controls and keep it afloat. Do you succeed? We're going to roll the dice on this one 4 times.
Oh,
Will the total of the 4 dice rolls be between 1 and 12 or between 13 and 24?
13 and 24.
All right, here we go. Roll it once. 4. Twice.
Mm-hmm.
5. You got the 9. Again. Got 3.
12.
That's 12.
She
One
pretty
more.
much wins.
She pretty much wins. Look at that. Bam. You got it. 3 conservation points. All right.
You have saved the planet.
Perfect.
Your day at the
It's not over, Michelle.
So close.
Your day at the park is coming to a close. This is your last chance to add some conservation points. Lil, did you know? So the same thing is happening to you here as happened to our last guest. The Tree of Life is coming to life, and the animals begin to attack. Now, do you take cover inside the gift shop or inside the Tree of Life?
I love shopping for the gift shop.
Yeah. You make a beeline for the Island Mercantile Gift Shop for some cover. At the register, you notice a guest checking out. They are being asked if they would like to donate to the conservation fund.
Rafiki.
You overhear them saying no. You rush up to the checkout to try to convince them otherwise. Do you succeed? We're going to roll 2 dice. 2 dice. Is it going to be an odd number or an even number?
Odd.
This reminds me of those new commercials with Melissa
Roll
McCarthy.
it once. 6. Roll it twice.
Just to save the whales, and then she
4. That's a
hit by
10.
one.
That's an even number. But you don't get that one. But you do walk out of the park there with 3 conservation points.
Yeah.
Very
Yay!
good job. Mackenzie, hold on. You'll be getting a wonderful prize back from WDWNT.
Way to go, Mackenzie.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I love your show, and I've been listening since the Pincast.
Oh, thank you.
Pincast pack.
We'll try.
Done.
Find John. John Rick, if you're out there somewhere.
Somewhere
All right, there you go.
If John
Choose your own
could
adventure.
hear this song.
Are we taking commercial? Or psychotic comment?
Whatever you want to do.
Psychotic comment.
Done.
And now let's take a trip to the wonderful world of psychotic comments. Maybe.
Disney announces dates for Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Frozen 2, delays Wreck-It Ralph, and Gigantic. Jeremy says, holy Mickey! They just have run into major issues with the Gigantic storyline. Redacted says, one might even say they had gigantic issues. Fruit of the Boom says, they probably just realized that the box office receipts won't be nearly as gigantic as Frozen and Ralph 2. Considering the awkward title for Ralph 2, they might as well go all in and give Frozen the official title, Printing Money, Frozen 2. It wasn't really psychotic. That was pretty accurate. Single rider line for Expedition Everest closing for refurbishment. Tom's rear end said, bummer. Now I have to ride with my boyfriend. I see what you did there.
But yeah, it's kind of good.
Inspiration behind desserts for, how do you say that?
Satuli.
Satuli Canteen in Pandora, the world of Avatar. Le Cordon Bleu says, the concept is great, but I foresee very little savoring. Common Sense says, who cares? The job of a chef is to make food for people to eat. Pretty sure the chef knows what happens at a theme park. Lack of common sense says, true. It's not like there are entire blogs dedicated to reviewing food quality, ingredients, and attention to detail. And it's not like this very website dedicates a tremendous amount of time and money to reviewing food quality, ingredients, and attention to detail in the theme parks. It's all just food to eat.
That's how Sci-Fi won Best Restaurant.
Oh my God.
Their food is fine.
Their chicken's good.
Their desserts are outrageous. And well-themed, Mike.
Very well themed. I concur. Tobias Funky, or Fuke.
It's
So that's pronounced Fuke.
It's from
That's why he wrote
Arrested.
it that
It's
way?
Arrested Development.
Oh, that was the joke you were talking about.
Yeah, that two people will get.
Oh, Tobias. Okay, now I know who it is.
Bias.
He says, I can't wait for the first guest to drop some on themselves and shout, I'm afraid I just blew myself.
We're the least mature people.
I'm blued up.
That one is amazing.
The blew yourself joke is brought to you by Skywalker Wine. Of course.
Cheers.
Right there. Wait, where?
Which also has a blue label. Anyway.
Speaking of blue, there it is. Oh, you got two songs going at the same time.
That's impressive.
Blue Bayou has Disneyland.
Or a mistake. I don't know.
No expense.
Blue Bayou has Disneyland charm, but food to forget. Tom Crabless says, where's the fake crab? That alone is the reason I forget this restaurant's food.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm. Bourbon and candied bacon enhanced chocolate milkshakes in Dino Land at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Hinsey Deet said yum.
The only
That's it. That's it. That's the whole comment. Nick is crying right now. He picked these comments.
No, the reason that's in there is because it's making fun of Disney Pete, who's the most negative person on the website. So I love that somebody did that.
Disney Deet.
Yeah.
Now I see.
Oh,
yeah, he is very negative.
Yum. It is psychotic that someone made a normal comment on the
It was yum with the
WDWNT
little
post.
smiley face with the tongue sticking out.
Yeah. You know what else is
Psychotic
yum?
report.
Skywalker Wine.
I think you're going to get a kickback for that.
I'm just trying to get my $50 worth.
Trying.
Hey, $50 for a classic bottle
It
of wine.
actually is
Not
much
bad.
cheaper than it should be.
Yeah. And finally, what is happening to the Hall of Presidents at the Magic Kingdom? Will Donald Trump speak? Disney Poot said keep politics out of an attraction full of politicians. Makes sense. Cannibal King said time to shut down HOP. Tim P said why would they shut down the House of Pancakes? Mike Latoris says guys.
Oh, whoa. Go, keep going. Don't read the name again.
I took a space. I could say his name differently.
This person's name brought to you by...
Apparently he knew I was reading this. Anyways, he says, guys, can't we all just agree how excited we are to know the new HOP will be up on Disflix soon?
Oh.
Hashtag not my streaming service.
Wow.
There you go.
Enough room.
The wonderful world of psychotic comments.
Who brings us the wonderful world of psychotic comments?
Oh, let me find it. Would that be WIGS?
There you go.
The wonderful world of psychotic comments is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Support WDWNT and get early and exclusive access to content that you just can't find anywhere else, including post shows for WDW News Tonight, starting at just $2 a month. Right now, you can also get discounted registration and access to special events at WDWNT, the 10th anniversary. For more information, go to patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join the WIGS and help make WDWNT happen through Patreon.
When we come back, we're going to talk about 19 years of Animal Kingdom, and we're going to not roll any dice on a tree. So
woohoo!
Come on back. Nearly everyone loves Italian food, but those people who love true, authentic Italian go to Tony's Town Square Cafe. It's because owner and chef Tony Ragu offers home-cooked food from his hometown, Toledo, Ohio. He is 1/8 Italian. Locally sourced Cask Connection freezer items are combined with prepackaged ingredients imported only from the OBT Winn-Dixie, along with mangled recipes from nearly unreadable Buitoni labels. Whether it's quote-unquote pizza or that soup of the day which just hasn't changed in 14 years, taste for yourself at Tony's Town Square, just steps away from that hat store that sells pins. Come taste what the guide map is calling Italian food, only at Tony. And maybe at Portobello. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. We are celebrating 19 years of Disney's Animal Kingdom. It turned 19 on the 22nd. So we're going to be talking a bit about Animal Kingdom. Let's bring on the illustrious panel this evening. We got Ashley Jasmer.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi.
We got, although that's the dice, we're not going to introduce the dice.
No more dice. Please, no more dice.
We got Patrick Hackett.
How's it going?
Ron Deanna.
Cheers.
Is
that Skywalker wine?
I think it's Skywalker Scotch.
If there was a Skywalker Scotch, I'd probably have some.
And Jason Diffendahl's out there somewhere. Jason, what is I hate you all so much. It's going to be a miracle if we make it to the 10th anniversary of this thing.
That is the best.
I'm going to be institutionalized by then.
Well, pick your own path when you do that. So.
There's also like a picture of a paddlefish in the chat.
Awesome. Paddlefish dice.
What would Ronald Reagan think of? All right, we're going to talk about Disney's Animal Kingdom. Turned 19 this year. Let's start with just some memories. What are good or bad memories of 19 years of Animal Kingdom? I'll start with saying when we first visited in 1998, I hated animals. I thought it was hot and boring and miserable. And Dino Land wasn't finished and said there was like a tent with fossils.
I remember
Dinosaur
that tent.
Jubilee,
Yep.
And you rode Countdown to Extinction, and then you went in a tent and looked at fossils, and then there was a terrible Jungle Book show and a safari, and then you left.
Wait, Jungle Book Alive with Magic wasn't back then?
No, Journey into Jungle Book.
That terrible Jungle Book.
Yeah. So I didn't like Animal Kingdom until we visited in 1999. I already liked Countdown to Extinction was the only thing in the park I liked. We didn't go to Festival of Lion King for some reason. I think we just assumed like it looked bad. At least like the photos they showed and things looked bad, or it looked like a knockoff kind of the musical, which we had seen. So we just assumed not to go see that. It didn't have a good word of mouth yet either. So Tarzan Rocks open. I love Tarzan Rocks, and that's what we used to do. We used to we'd go ride the safari, we'd go see bugs, we'd do Countdown to Extinction, and then we'd see Tarzan, we get out of there, we go to Downtown Disney. And that was kind of how Animal Kingdom started for me. Oh, we did the Discovery River cruise, which was another nightmare. Waited like an hour, and then it was terrible. And we did it again when it was Radio Disney for God knows what reason.
I never got to do that.
Good, you're very lucky.
Really? Was there nothing on the ride?
It was all right. Like there was the iguanodon, and then there was a cave where, for some reason, fire came out of a small hole next to the cave. We still really don't know why.
Dragons.
Why not?
And
Yeah.
it was just supposed to be transportation around the hub. And
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense because it's the hub. It's like the Plaza Swan boats weren't really transportation. Like they went around the hub and didn't stop anywhere because it's not getting you anywhere. The hub is 12 feet wide. Like where are you going? Like if I want to get to the other side of Discovery Island, I'm just going to walk to the other side of Discovery Island. It's not far.
And there wasn't even
Big
anything in
Red.
Asia yet.
Oh, Big Red. Yeah, someone in the chat brought up Big Red. Yeah,
Yep.
the old safari story. Other memories? Other people?
Simba 1.
I was there for opening day, and that was definitely, an event to do. But it's the only time I spent a full day there, probably till sometime around 2010. It was the next
You're
time I
gonna say
spent a full day there.
ever.
No, and after that, until I started coming back after moving away, it was just always go in, do dinosaur, the safari, tough to be a bug, and just bounce most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Cali was, you just get so wet for no reason. It wasn't ever worth going on.
My most recent trip is probably my best memory. The park has just improved so much over the years. Seeing Rivers of Light, seeing the Awakening, it just was really enjoyable. I spent the entire day there, probably for the first time, not ever, but the first time in a long time, just walking the paths, taking my time, and really enjoyed myself. But other than that, I just remember the first time being in Dinosaur and somebody pointing out the ketchup mayonnaise pipes above, and it just that stuck with me forever. I love that ride still. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
The other thing, I'm not. It's definitely improved, but I think the other thing is, I think people, especially people who go regular, have come to realize it's not the same type of park, and that's taken Disney a long time to try and drill into people's heads.
Not a zoo.
Because they schedule the other parks not schedule, but they design the other parks you could just go from ride to ride to ride, and you might catch some street atmosphere or some entertainment in between. But that's really, I think, the best part of Animal Kingdom is those animal trails and those little exhibits. And if you don't stop and look at those, you're missing the park, and you're missing the best parts of your day.
Yeah. Well, it's also a park that had so much cut from it in those early years. You think about, obviously, Beastly Kingdom, which was advertised to us. I remember going to see the presentation at Exposition Hall at the Magic Kingdom. And not only in the video did they show you Beastly Kingdom, but they showed you the model had it, and they talked about it. It's in the book. The 25 years book has a whole page about it. And that in the excavator coaster, and then you show up opening day, and it's like, oh, all right, that's not over there. The excavator coaster's not over there. What happened? And then Kali River Rapids opened and isn't anything that was advertised for that. I mean, that got cut in half as well. They cut the animal portions out of it, and you can still see, if you look at Google Maps, you can see the back half of the ride where it's supposed to be is just a big blank plot of land that just never got used. So it's a park that suffered greatly from a lot of cuts, not Paris level, but still hurt the park in a lot of ways. A lot of missed potential in the 19 years of Animal Kingdom. It took a long time to realize it. I mean, here we are 19 years later. We're just finally going to use that Beastly Kingdom plot for something permanent.
It's been a good park for, 10 years or more than 10 years now since we got Everest and Nemo. Those were.
It's always been a good park. It's just not been a park you can stay in for a long amount of time. And yeah, and I mean, even still doing all the animal counters, which they're fantastic. I mean, I've been to great zoos, and Animal Kingdom's animal exhibits are fantastic. But even doing all of that and doing all the rides and everything, and then also it has a lot of polarizing rides. Like Holly River Rapids is not something everybody's going to do.
I've
Not
never been
everybody
on
wants to get completely drenched.
Nope. Never
It's
been on
just,
it. Never will.
Like Splash is a little more accessible because you
Yeah.
won't get drenched, but
The problem with Cali is like the queue is almost better than the attraction itself.
That's
And
such a good point.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
the ride's junk.
I love
It
walking,
is.
walking that queue, but
Like Grizzly River Rapids over at DCA is so much of a better of that type of
And
ride.
it's still not even that good. But
No, it's not.
Ages better.
But it's a ton better. I don't know how much longer it is, but it has to be longer.
Considerable.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have anything to look at either.
No,
They're
no.
both very similar, developed at the same time.
Yeah, that's sad.
Apparently, at
so-
the time, people wanted whitewater rapids.
Well, I guess my thought was, do you think Cali was supposed to be more like Grizzly as far as
It was
length?
supposed
and
to
then
be,
they cut
yeah,
it?
it was. It was supposed to be
Okay.
Tiger River Rapids.
Yeah.
And it was double the length. And you could see, if you look at Google Maps, you'll see the rest of the plot. They cut it in half for budget reasons, and I think because they wanted to make summer of '99. Because again, that park opened. Imagine that park, and then take away Asia, and really try to think about spending time in that park with even another land missing. It's not good.
That's
that first year
insane.
was bad.
And yeah, there wasn't there was no like even table service. It was just rainforest.
Rainforest. There's barely food.
Yeah, my biggest thing about Animal Kingdom is that was the only park I was here for at opening. I had just moved to Florida, and I just remember all the hype, and that was before I was into like reading about like what's going on. So like you're talking about, you kind of knew what was supposed to really
I wasn't
be
even
happening
reading
there.
literally if you visited
Yeah.
Disney World before.
I don't remember any
Like
of
they
that for some
sent it
reason.
to you. They told
Yeah.
you these things were coming because there was there was internet, but I didn't have internet
Right.
access then.
I just remember the hype in Central Florida about this new park opening and all the commercials and everything. And it was just really like exciting. It was a really exciting time. I was like, oh, cool. I'm actually here for an opening of a Walt Disney World park. I didn't go on opening day, but I went soon after, and I was very disappointed. I was like, I'd rather just drive over to Tampa and go to Busch Gardens. It just wasn't what I imagined Disney doing for a theme park like that.
The two
Over
theme parks that
years-
opened in that year span were both
Yeah.
terrible disappointments, and that's Animal Kingdom and Islands of Adventure.
Over the years, it truly became one of my favorite parks to visit. I mean, now it's really high up on my list as far as the 4 parks. I think the studio stuff is going to change that, and but I think it really is one of my most enjoyable parks to visit right now. And a lot of that, you're talking about different things to kind of see and things people miss. Well, Nomad Lounge is my favorite lounge on property right now.
Still haven't been there.
And
Tiffin's is the best
Haven't been there either.
restaurant.
well, I know we gotta go. We just gotta go one weekend. Doesn't matter. We're there all the time now. And then, but Wilderness Explorers is like one of the greatest things they could have ever done with the park.
My aunt and mother-in-law did Wilderness Explorers. We had 2 children in our party, and they had no interest in it. And my aunt and mother-in-law, both in their 50s, just went and did the whole Wilderness Explorers thing. It was awesome.
It's very cute.
It's just such a relaxing park, and a lot of times when you're in Walt Disney World, you're caught up in the go, go, go. And Animal Kingdom is just, Ron was saying, it's a different pace, it's a different style. The lounges, the pass, it's so much more chill.
Yeah. I think as a local, you can appreciate that more because you don't have the time constraints of a vacation. I have grown to love Animal Kingdom a lot more having lived here because you actually take the time. Like I never stopped in the Oasis. I would never stop in the Oasis. Now I stop and see the anteater. I stop and see the Babirusa, and I stop and see the birds, and I stop and see the spoonbills, and all of that stuff. And it's really cute because you get to know the animals. Like if you see them all the time, you know what they're gonna do, and like you learn their habits and stuff.
I've seen the anteater pee multiple times.
Oh, all right.
Well, you're talking about you get to know them and your habits.
Oh yeah, but like I know like the male Babirusa is gonna come down in the front of the exhibit. The female's never coming out. She stays up by the rocks. She doesn't come out any farther.
Yeah.
And you know it's really neat. And the same like the new now I can't think of their name. The new monkey, the lion-tailed macaw, which are in Maharaja Jungle Trek, are really fun to watch. And I've watched them like from when they're introduced and then they get acclimated and you watch the relationships change with the animals, and it's really, really interesting to go do that animal stuff now. And I go in there and I always do dinosaur because dinosaur is my favorite thing ever. I don't go to Animal Kingdom and not do dinosaur, but I will generally go there and not do much else than eat and drink and just go see all the animals.
I had the same experience that you had when it opened because we still, I hadn't moved down here yet. And it was just sort of like, okay, what is this? And there was really nothing much to the park. You went on the safari and Simba won, and okay, whatever that is. And maybe you go to Rafiki's, but that's a long walk back, which we hated. Like you take the train, but then you have to walk. Like what? What is
it?
This?
Is a long walk even from the train.
Yeah. So there was maybe like 4 things to do, and we were completely underwhelmed in the beginning. But now, like you said, it's one of my favorites to go to.
I think the problem is that the tourists come and they want to get done all the rides and all the attractions, so they have to skip all the interesting stuff, and it's all that other stuff that's really what makes the park special. And if you come often enough, you don't have to ride Everest every time. You don't have to do, there's been times where I haven't done Everest. I haven't done the safaris. I haven't done Nemo. I haven't done Legend of the Lion King. Festival Lion King, sorry.
I went on the Yeti Everest once, and I was done. I'm like, that's it. Did it. The end. I don't like going backwards.
Oh,
I mean,
really? Yeah.
But I think the problem is tourists want to come to a Disney park to do unique Disney things, and they think, well, I can get animal encounters at my local zoo.
Yeah.
So they don't bother with the animal encounters, and maybe you can see the same animals at your local zoo, or maybe you can't, but it's all kind of the same thing. There's nothing to differentiate those animal encounters. Flights of Wonder is a great show. I love that show. That's something you certainly cannot get at your local zoo, but people still skip that because they think, oh, it's just some birds.
Flights of Wonder is a fantastic show.
It is. Absolutely it is. And I think too many people skip it because they think, well, I could just see birds at the zoo or whatever. So that's, I think, the problem. And part of it is, part of it is that they've put attractions in there that maybe they shouldn't have, like Primeval Whirl and Triceratops Spin, that, really your time would be better spent doing the animal exhibits than it would standing in line for those attractions. I mean, if you want to talk about something you can do at your local theme park, those attractions are much more easy to get the similar experience than Flights of Wonder.
They wanted to please everybody, and so adding
right. Well, that's the thing. But the
capacity,
problem is, when you go as a family and your kids want to do the rides, it's really hard to say, well, no, we're not doing this ride. Instead, we're going to walk along this animal trail and ride this train to see sick animals. I mean, that's not what the kids are there for, and that's sort of the problem.
See, I've seen that work to the opposite. I've seen kids melt down when you're in a crowded park where wait times are getting up there and you might not be able to grab another fast pass, and the trails can give you something to look at. Like I said, on that trip I was on 2 trips ago, I had young cousins with me and they loved Rafiki's Planet Watch. We had to pry them away. They were playing with the goats and the sheep. So, you could get something for everybody.
Yeah, it's true. If it's crowded, that it's definitely a good diversion.
Those are good diversions, even if you're waiting for fast passes.
Absolutely.
That's what I often do is waiting for a safari fast pass to go do, Pangani. I'm sorry, Gorilla Falls now.
At least it's back to the original name.
Yeah, right. And then and then Maharaja I'll do if we're waiting for Everest or whatever, and it's a good way to utilize some time. I mean, and it's good in a park that doesn't have a lot of rides. I mean, that being said, we're certainly, I think, using the animal encounters as a crutch. I think the park doesn't need to have 40 attractions like the Magic Kingdom. I think it should have a few, though. I think
and I think one of the things is Avatar's going to be great, and it's going to draw some people. Let's be honest; it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be. Everybody knows it's not going to be Potter, but I think the boat ride is more of what it needs than the Banshee ride. It needs those sea ticket level attractions.
doesn't have a dark ride.
High capacity.
Absolutely.
Short line, high capacity, but still very immersive, family-friendly ride. Well, I mean...
Boats hold 8. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I think, the other thing that I think might have hurt the Animal Kingdom when it opened was that, it opened in April. Disney had always opened parks in the fall for a very good reason, and that's so that they had time to work out the kinks before the summer crowds. They opened
Hollywood
Animal
Studios
Kingdom.
opened in May.
It opened in May, yeah. So, and both Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom opened as half-day parks, and
You know why
both
they
got
opened them
bad
earlier in the
reviews.
year though now? Financials. It's for the year end.
For the quarters.
Oh.
And they also do park soft openings now more too. I mean, there were significant pass holder previews before the actual opening that didn't really acclimate the animals. I mean, opening day.
And it
trying to get some-
destroyed Kilimanjaro safaris.
That Big Red was there at least on opening day.
But it was gone very quickly.
But it was not just that, but it was, getting those animals closer to, like, I still remember one of my friends joked as we're going through Gorilla Falls is you expect to have gorillas on your Gorilla Falls exploration trail.
I still do that if we go on Kilimanjaro safaris and there's no animals. I go, Mr. Chapek, are there animals in your animal park?
Yeah, that's right. Love that line from Jurassic
The only
Park.
animals I really remember seeing on the trail that opening day were the meerkats. Everything else was
And
still
they're the ones
kind
that aren't supposed to be visible, right?
The safari was good opening day, and I think I do kind of miss the story element to it. I think it was something unique.
I think a little excitement is good.
Well, yeah, the problem with the story element is some people thought it was great, and then it caused problems with rewritability. Because if you went back on the ride a second or third time, the story element just got annoying because all you wanted to do was look at the animals.
Which is going to be different every time anyway.
Yeah, so I liked the story. I thought it was a good storyline. It taught conservation and things like that. But I could see people getting annoyed with it after,
one
rides. I think a lot of it was people thought, well, a ride that's this good with these animals to see really should focus on the animals and not focus on a stupid made up storyline.
And they should build like a whole area for zebras.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because what could go wrong with that?
They should have a giraffe area.
Who knows zebra
You can
was
interact with the giraffes.
so angry.
Poor Zebra Glenn.
I love Zebra Glenn.
If we ever get that Christmas podcast sprayed out, you'll get more of Zebra Glenn.
Even after Pandora opens, I really feel that the one thing missing, and we touched on it, is like this park needs a classic dark ride. I don't know where the space for it is, but I feel like it's
Planet Watch.
That's a really great point, but it's something that I feel like is missing. It doesn't feel like an authentically Disney park without that dark ride, and there's so many animal-based movies that you can pull from.
I want 3. This park needs at least 3 more attractions after Pandora. I think that'll be where it needs to be, and one of them does need to be a family. I think the whole next area should be family attraction.
Do you think the River Journey's not going to be a classic dark ride?
Oh, I think it will be, but I think one doesn't
One's
do the
not
job.
enough.
Like a Rescuers Down Under ride.
I think
something.
Zootopia.
that
I
would be
still say
amazing.
Fern Gully.
Zootopia is going to happen.
Fern
I
Gully.
stand by
Yep,
that.
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully. It's not even Disney.
But that's where they.
You know what makes more sense than that? Dice in a tree. Dice in a tree makes more sense than a Fern Gully.
That's the tree of dice.
Gully meets Pocahontas. That's 100% what that movie was.
Yeah, so they've kind of already
100%.
I think Zootopia is a good call, and
I want Zootopia.
I
There's
think it's a
amazing
good call.
That would
but
be
I just-
awesome.
Yeah.
That would be
Would
so
it-
great.
Would it really be right for that park though?
There's alien blue people. Why can't we have animal people?
Because they're different.
I mean,
And
they've
not
already
a Zootopia ride, but
We have beer from an imaginary place.
It's IPA. It's indigenous. It's an indigenous IPA.
Oh, the Gungaloosh is the spiced stout. It's delicious. I love that beer.
But that's not what we're talking
It's
about.
real good.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
we're talking
Pandora
about the
beer.
Pandora. Yeah, that's.
I mean, you've got Nick and Judy doing meet and greets, so it's not really a stretch to put them in a where?
Not anymore.
No, but you did. They exist.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge stretch to put more characters from Zootopia
In a park inspired by Walt's love of animals. Walt's love of animals, an extension of that was his animation. He did animated animals of all kinds, and in fact, animated animal movies are associated solely with the Walt Disney Company in many respects.
And I'm
even
not
though
with
all
that,
these cartoon
but-
companies did them.
except ants.
Except ants.
Oh.
But
At least Boss Baby doesn't
Still
have
not the
animals in
worst
it.
Woody Allen movie I've ever seen. By the way. Anyway,
you get a
what
whole.
What is Zootopia ride? I mean, I guess Conservation Station to make it make sense.
yeah, and there's train tracks that you could use for maybe a different kind of train.
That's pretty
There
brilliant.
you go.
The Bambi Dark Ride. We could bring back a dead mother.
No, that is terrible. That is.
I want a Bambi Dark.
That's awful. Don't.
Or a Bambi restaurant. You serve venison.
Oh my god! No!
Spectacular.
It's like Dumbo having Dumbo's mom. Like, oh.
What?
What?
What was that show?
Bambi's mom died. Dumbo's mom's dead.
Dumbo's mom doesn't die. They're reunited at the end on the train.
Yeah, they wave wave goodbye to everybody. They're all
Michelle,
happy.
watch till the end of the
Oh, I guess I never watched the end. I got too sad. I couldn't watch
It's only a
it.
55
She sings
minute
"Baby
movie.
of Mine," and I'm just like done.
Yeah, no, she's not like dying or anything.
She's
she
like
lives.
in a cage. She's in a certain.
It's like the one movie where the mom lives.
Oh my god! I had no idea.
Yeah, these spoilers.
It has a happy ending, Michelle. Don't do
It does. No one dies in Dumbo.
I always stop watching it.
And it's over in like an hour. It's the best.
Right, I'm putting that on my list of things to do is watch Dumbo again. I always got so sad.
It is like the only Disney movie where the mom doesn't die. It's just about.
I don't know, Baby of Mine. Like I lose it. I can't.
Yeah, Lion King, the dad dies.
Well, at least a parent. It's the only movie where I guess Dumbo's father isn't there. We
Well,
can
yeah, they
assume
don't-
he's dead.
I think he's there.
He's delivered by a stork.
Is he there?
Does he wear?
No, he's a
is his
stork.
dad where the stork came? Like where the stork brought him from? Is that where dad is born?
This thing is going sideways.
His dad's a stork. That's why he can fly. He's a hybrid.
Not a stork.
I never thought about that, but you're right.
Wow.
So
Maybe
many
he
levels to
wasn't just
Dumbo.
Maybe he wasn't
Is
just delivering Dumbo.
Is Casey Jr. the father? Do we know? Oh, is there going to be like a Dumbo paternity test episode of Maury? We have Casey Jr. and the stork and the ringleader all up there. Like, ringleader, you are not the father.
I think he can. I think he can.
We should probably move on. Anyway, I don't know how we got to that, but
Good job, Michelle.
Sorry, because you mentioned
Anyway.
Bambi and then venison
yeah, but then
steak.
you said Dumbo's mom died.
Because I thought she died.
No, she's fine.
I watched it when I was little, and
She's
it made
fine.
me
I
cry.
mean, the circus
and I
went out of
stopped watching it.
business, but she's fine.
No, they had a better train. It was a better circus. They had their own
Circus
private
World
train car at the
closed, and then
end.
the circus went out of business. They were gone.
Dead.
We're Animal Kingdom. We still have some time.
You're talking about animals and animated
Animal
movies.
Kingdom. We talked about
My
animals.
brain
We talked
works in
about
weird ways.
attractions.
That's all I
I was talking about entertainment. Who remembers Pocahontas and her forest friend?
Yes.
Yes.
Loved
I
it.
thought that was cute. That show.
Me too.
Remember Sprig? Who is Sprig's father? We don't know. Grandmother Willow was there, but we assume she was the grandmother.
I just always assumed Pocahontas, they just took all the animals they displaced by building the park and put them over in that attraction.
Yeah, no, because it was like raccoons and things. And that sort. It was more
Just penned them up.
woodland creatures. Yeah.
Do you think we'll see a parade back?
No.
No.
It's,
I actually really liked the parade.
I miss
I
Jim
did
and
too.
Joe.
I love Jim and Joe.
I would like to see a parade back at Epcot.
It was a
before
pain in
Animal
the
Kingdom.
butt.
It was a pain.
It did,
but,
yeah, it was a pain.
Ugh.
but it was so cute, and I love the music.
Hey, how about a parade at Hollywood Studios?
I miss yelling pata pata.
Hey, how about a nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom?
Stop it.
How about a nighttime parade anywhere?
It's true. We went from like 5 parades to 1
Just bring
in a
back
very
March
short
of the
amount of time.
Artimals.
Get out of here with March of the Artimals. March of the Artimals, for those unaware, was the first parade, and a lot of the animals and not the trucks in Jam and Jungle are from March of the Artimals. They added the trucks basically and made it Jam and Jungle. That's why the trucks and the art animals didn't mesh, because they're two different things.
But yeah, the style of the animals was pretty much the same as the style of Tapestry, wasn't it? Like the kind of
It
puppetry.
was similar. It was basically like animal.
So basically, every time there was a wind gust, it like killed half the cast members.
Yeah, they got rid of the smaller pieces, and they just kept the big ones like the kangaroo and the gator with the tree and all that stuff. But yeah, I miss Jam and Jungle. It was such a good soundtrack.
It was fun for the holidays too.
Yeah, but the park's gone in a different direction, and I understand it. I do miss there being parades at other parks. But Nick, why did you not like Jam and Jungle?
The traffic jam.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't made for it.
No.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And now with the remodel for the Tree of Life, I don't think it's even possible. I don't think it's wide enough.
I didn't like the parade enough to
stand in a bottleneck.
Yeah.
The whole park's a bottleneck. Like,
It's gotten better.
It's really surprising that they didn't design that park with a parade in mind.
Well, because it was supposed to be different. Joe didn't want it.
Right, but
And
then how'd they
then-
get one in so soon after it opened?
Because they decided that
He
was
got
the thing.
overruled.
They needed a way to keep people there till 3 in the afternoon.
People complained about there not being stuff to do, and the cheapest things to do were off-the-shelf coaster, off-the-shelf spinner, and order some trucks and paint them and make them pretty and put characters on them.
And that's why the parade was always later than the others too. It was always like 4 o'clock just to keep.
And it was
there
the
a little.
only afternoon parade that ever dumped a park.
And if you do the parade route right, people can't actually exit, so they have to spin.
And it did a full. The other thing was it had to do a full loop. It was the only parade where it went back to where it began.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could see it twice from the same spot, and I often did. We have about 4 minutes. So I want to talk about food at Animal Kingdom over the years. I'm going to bring it up because it's tradition. The cheese
Oh, boy.
quesadillas at Pizza Safari.
Aw, quesadilla bird.
That's what you see, because the food used to be so bad in that park. Pizza Safari was always
Pizza Safari
bad.
was really bad.
I never liked Flame Tree. I know people did.
I still do. I'm
How could
raising
you
my
not
hand.
like Restaurantosaurus when it was McDonald's?
I miss, right. I
And there
miss
was just the
breakfast.
fries.
Donald's Breakfastosaurus.
Yeah, that was good.
It was the original character meal. Then they moved to Tusker House, which Tusker House opened as a counter service.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Tusker House was a good counter
It
service.
was a good counter. It was the only good counter service, and it went away very quickly. It was
Yeah,
like 5 years in.
Breakfast
Something like
Donald's Breakfastosaurus was really good too.
It was.
That was a
It was.
that was a
It was
great
fun. I like
breakfast.
that atmosphere in there.
Oh, Rainforest Cafe from the chat room.
I like it. I know most people don't.
It's
I did not eat in that park between after opening day until 2010.
Yak and Yeti is so good.
I
will
just had
tell you,
I
such
just
a
had such a
phenomenal
good
meal there. Oh, it was so amazing.
Yak and Yeti.
I have a review coming up with 2 of the new specials: chicken and waffles and a sriracha seafood mac and cheese.
What?
Both,
That sounds
both were
amazing.
fantastic.
Is it
Tiffin's
available
is
in
still my number
gluten-free
one. 'Cause
pasta?
Tiffin's is the best.
You want to go
But
to Yak and Yeti?
If you want to
the
save
Nomad
some
Lounge
money and still
someday?
have a great meal, Yak and Yeti's where you want.
After 3 o'clock.
And good
After 3
good
o'clock.
good drink specials at Yak and
Good
Yeti
drinks.
as well.
Oh, that what was the Yak?
I don't know. It was green.
Yak
It
Attack.
was, it was
And they had the
very-
Buddha cup.
Yeah, I like the Yak Attack.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody brought up the Andapur ice cream truck.
A Nandapur ice cream truck.
I love that ice
Another-
cream
that
truck.
was another
So the answer in Pyramid last week.
I think I think it's the person who was playing Pyramid last week.
Bug Sunday.
But
The only thing I liked about the Rainforest Cafe was that little back entrance you could get into the park.
You still can. It's still there. That's where most of our Pandora pictures for the last 7 years came from.
7.
Yes, 7. Tom, try the cheeseburger flatbread. No! No more cheeseburger flatbread.
I don't know what the
Only
big
if Nick
push
makes it.
against that is. I make a good one. You guys
You
have
make
it?
a
It was
fine
good.
cheeseburger flatbread.
Can you
Pizza
make a
Safari
gluten-free?
does
Jason,
not.
did you have that when they made it?
No, but I made it
No.
the next week following your recipe.
Mm.
I made it myself.
You
and
can
it
do
was
more
very
of those.
good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Nick, you made Aristocrapes this weekend, didn't you?
I did Aristocrapes. I've done breakfast poutine. I'm going around Disney
You
Springs.
need to like turn these into
Yeah.
posts. Like you need to share
Make a
these
little-
recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
make a little
Take pictures
video.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
Get
do.
a,
can we,
get
Or
a
video.
2-camera setup so
can we
you got the
turn
close-ups
cooking
of what
Cooking
you're
with
doing.
Nick
so a webisodes?
Yeah.
Needs-
They should be webisodes.
I like that idea.
Ashley is right.
Web of
Hey,
what?
Nick, now
I'm
everybody,
always right.
everyone.
Will do.
My girl.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Well, you guys want to see it?
Well, for the most part.
All right, Tom Corliss. Anyway, cup of the week was Tangerine Cafe, by the way. This is $2.
$2.
You don't have to even get a drink.
Dos Dolores for our
And
Spanish.
the backup cup of the week is the March Magic.
March, yeah.
And the
I almost said
backup,
March Tragic.
The
That's our
backup
It's
is
March
a red
Tragic.
Solo cup.
Red Solo.
All right, guys, we have under a minute. Thank you, illustrious panel. Thank you, Michael, for putting a dice in a tree. Appreciate it. Yes.
Slow clap, my friend.
Tom needs to go to Vero Beach and try a cheeseburger. I'm staying at Saratoga tomorrow for lunch.
Wait, they have it at Vero Beach?
They probably.
Can drive down there and get it.
All right, we're running out of time. Happy birthday, Animal Kingdom. Join us next week, episode 50, 3 hours, starting at 9 o'clock Eastern. Don't miss it. And remember, kids, what you see with your eyes, you'll value with your heart. Good night.
When can we do this again?